According to some, Donald Trump has frequently stood for dubious plans, subpar work, and shady individuals. As such, it's interesting to jot down some of the Trump's well-known fiascos. If you enjoy this video till the end, so gear up to know some well-known fiascos of Donald Trump. Number 1. Impeachment. On December 18, the House of Representatives voted to impeach Trump, making him just the third president in American history to do so. 2 articles of impeachment against Trump were accepted by the House, one for abuse of authority in connection with his interactions with the Ukraine and another for obstructing Congress by attempting to stall the impeachment investigation. Trump delayed approximately $400 million in congressionally approved military assistance from Ukraine, which is waging a protracted conflict against pro-Russian separatists. At the same time, he encouraged Ukraine to open probes into his political enemies. Number 2. America's global image. Under Trump, who has regularly insulted vital U.S. allies while cozying up to dictators, America's reputation across the world has drastically deteriorated. The president's propensity to alienate key friends and isolate the U.S., including by withdrawing from significant international agreements like the Paris Climate Accord, has clearly had an effect. According to a YouGov poll conducted by Duchess Wells, 41% of Germans believe that President Trump is more dangerous than the leaders of North Korea's Kim Jong-un, Russia's Vladimir Putin, China's Xi Jinping, and Iran's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. A report from the Institute for Economics and Peace claims that from 2016 to 2017, there was an 11.2 percentage point decline in global trust in U.S. leadership, IDP. According to the study, individuals now generally have more faith in Chinese leadership than in U.S. leadership. Under previous President Barack Obama, there was a significant increase in U.S. public confidence. Number 3. Charlottesville Gathering. One of the most contentious events of Trump's administration was his response to a deadly neo-Nazi gathering in Charlottesville, Virginia. It served as a metaphor for Trump's broader effort to unite the nation in the wake of tragedy. His remark was typical of his controversial track record regarding racism and white supremacy. Trump attributed the violence at the rally, which claimed the life of a counter-protester named Heather Heyer, to many sides. Later, he claimed that many wonderful people on both sides existed. Republicans and Democrats alike criticized the president for his answer and for not swiftly and vehemently denouncing white nationalist violence. Trump's greatest congressional defender and Republican senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, stated at the time that the president's statements were dividing Americans, not healing them, further adding, President Trump took a step backward by again suggesting there is moral equivalency between the white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and KKK members. Number 4. Deaths of migrant children. With regard to unlawful border crossings, the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy resulted in at least 5,500 family separations and the cage-keeping of children. When this practice first started, the president of the American Academy of Pediatrics called it nothing less than government-sanctioned child abuse. Trump issued an executive order in June 2018 to stop the family separations in the wake of intense criticism, and a federal court subsequently ordered the Trump administration to reunite everyone it had divided. However, the effects of the divorce are still being felt. Trump has wrongly laid the blame for the policies that resulted in thousands of children being taken away from their parents on the former President Barack Obama. Since September 2018, at least 6 migrant children have died while being held in U.S. custody, prompting significant criticism of the conditions in detention facilities. Number 5. Iran and Syria. Chaos spread across the Middle East as a result of Trump's decision to unilaterally remove the U.S. from the 2015 nuclear agreement in May 2018. Trump's decision is still one of his least popular ones in the international community, and it has been denounced by important U.S. allies who signed the agreement. The president tried to force Tehran to negotiate a more restrictive version of the agreement, but was unable to stop Iran's hostile actions in the area. Tensions between Washington and Tehran hit historic highs over the summer, following a slew of incidents in the Persian Gulf region, which stoked fears of war. Meanwhile, Iran started moving away from the shattered 2015 nuclear agreement that was meant to stop it from acquiring a nuclear bomb. On the last day of the year, however, proponents of an Iraqi military supported by Iran stormed the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. One of Trump's worst choices in terms of foreign policy was his decision to withdraw U.S. soldiers from northern Syria in October. By doing so, Trump basically turned over to the Turkish military the U.S. allied Kurdish troops that had felt the sting of the U.S.-led operation against ISIS. The Syrian president Bashar al-Assad, a suspected war criminal, as well as Russia, Iran, and other countries benefited from the withdrawal's humanitarian disaster and security vacuum. Other than these, Trump is regularly a hit on social media and news for his smaller fiascos, be it his Twitter post or business failures. Which of Trump's failures do you find most disturbing? Tell us in the comments. And if you watched this video till here, make sure to like it, share it, and subscribe.